your Div. On the other side, the one and only, the tantalizing Tony Levin.
Mobile.
What's going on, man?
Hey, brother. I apologize to everybody watching. I'm on the road. Had a pride engagement. I got stuck there. I'm like a half hour from home, so I'm gonna do the show mobile. But I'm still here. I'm here, and I was on time.
Yeah. You made sure to say that, huh? You're on time.
Yeah, bro. I've been in town the last month, so I don't hear no crap. I hear Tony's always late. Tony's always late.
Oh man, yes indeed, bro. Yes indeed. Well, bro, we had Extreme Rules last Sunday, as you know. What did you think about the show?
You know, I was looking forward to it. Like I said, I thought it was gonna be a great show. I was hoping it was gonna be a great show. I predicted a great show, and boy, was I disappointed. Oh, terrible. I mean, of course, Dolph Ziggler, my outside the box pick, of course, didn't happen. But you know, the Sasha finish just was messed up a great match. If you ask me, it was a great match up until the finish. You know, and it just I don't know. I think I was wrong with every prediction. Yeah, I think I was wrong with everything except for Bray. I think Bray was the one I was right with.
Well, I'm gonna say this, bro. I'm gonna say this about Extreme Rules. To me, the finishes is what hurt the show. I think they had some quality matches throughout the show. We talk about New Day and Cesaro and Shinsuke, Sasha and Asuka. I even thought Bayley and Nikki was a great match. Dolphin,
Yeah, me too.
Drew was a great match. I thought they had some quality matches, but just the finishes for some of those matches to me took away from the match. That's the only issue I had. The Sasha and Asuka one for sure was icing on the cake out of all of them. And we don't even know if if Braun Strowman is alive. We don't even know if he's alive or not, bro. With this swamp fight fiasco they had. But other than that, I thought the matches were great. Just the finishes took away from it. That's my only issue with Extreme Rules, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but see, to me, the finish is everything. Without the finish, you can't. It doesn't complete the match. So if the match isn't a thorough match all the way through to the beginning to the end, then it to me it taints the whole thing. And every ending was shitty to me. Even what pissed me off is they made Drew McIntyre invincible. I mean, he kicked out of too much, bro.
Yeah, Brandon Fraser said that in the on the group page. He kicked out of a zigzag, a famouser, and
I don't got a problem with kicking out of the famouser or the zigzag, but he got zigzagged on a chair and kicked out of that.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, totally agree. Totally agree with you. So let's get into Monday Night Raw. As you heard, Stephanie McMahon shows up and says that there's no winner for the Raw Women's Championship and that a rematch will happen tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw between Sasha and Asuka. There is to be no interference from no one, and if that happens, that particular person will lose the match and will not be champion. What's your opinion about this match?
I think what their idea was to put the actual, not the title, but put the belt around Sasha's waist to get a feedback from the fans for the next week to see if they're going to accept her as champion again. And if you notice, it wasn't a lot of internet uproar about if Sasha had won. The uproar was the finish.
Right.
I think Bayley's going to still find a way to interfere somehow, and Sasha's going to be champ tomorrow. I think that there'll be a way to do it where maybe they don't see her come into the ring or something, you know. Maybe Sasha will have green mist and spit green mist into the ref's face, and they DQ Asuka and give the title to Sasha. I mean, who knows? I think they're trying to find a way to put the belt around Sasha without making Asuka look weak, because Bayley and Sasha right now are the company, their money.
Correct. I kind of agree with you that Bailey gonna do something. I don't know what it's gonna be, but it's gonna be something. But Sasha and Bailey are the two biggest stars right now in the company, and that's over AJ and Jeff and Drew. They are the two biggest stars in the company. They're on every show just about. And even though I said that Sasha wouldn't win the belt for Extreme Rules, but with how things happen, I think now you have to put that belt on Sasha. You have to. You got to put that belt on Sasha, have another rematch at SummerSlam against Asuka, have Sasha win that, and then you got to let the run happen. The run has to continue until WrestleMania to build this feud and then build this storyline between Bailey and Sasha. So I believe Sasha Banks wins the Raw Women's Championship for the 5th time officially tomorrow night.
I agree. Sorry for my up and down camera work. I'm just trying to get situated while I'm driving. But I agree. I think the Asuka show, there's no point of Asuka being champ right now. She has no real feud that is believable that people are gonna, I don't know what's going on with Nia Jax again, or and you put Sasha in as champ, you got more faces to go against her that can chase the title. This could be a perfect time to push Bianca. Even Bianca loses, which she will, give her the title match at least. So we say, hey, shit, that she's worthy.
True. But are they trying to start a feud with the Iconics against Ruby and Bianca? Are they trying to have Bianca and Ruby become a tag team in order to defeat Bailey and Sasha for the Women's Tag Team Championship?
I mean, that could happen. I mean, Liv Morgan's still an intangible. Where is she?
Man, she hasn't been on TV in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe her and Ruby might reconnect, whatever. I mean, I don't know, but I mean, Bianca and Ruby, see, to me, they have no chemistry together. It's like, to me, even though Ruby's the more experienced wrestler, Bianca's the one that got all the flair and all the heat right now. She's like, she carried the match that they were in.
It's so crazy that she carried that match, and then last week we only see her backstage. We didn't see her in the ring at all.
Listen, this all goes back to one thing: Vincent Kennedy McMahon. I hate. I know it's gonna sound real negative, but listen, I'll never make it to WWE as an announcer or nothing else. So I can say what I want to say. All 2020 killing all these people. Take Vince's ass too. Take him.
Oh, jeez, come on, bro, come on.
I said it. I don't give a shit. Listen,
Lord, come on, bro.
Regis died this weekend, and Regis is my dude. Take Vince over Regis. Bring Regis back. That's what I'm saying. I mean, like 2020 do all this bad shit to everybody, and this guy is just messing the WWE. Just step down, man. He's terrible. It's like he is not touching reality, and this is the problem why the ratings are so bad and why they're losing sponsors. Freaking Sky Sports Net dropped them. They dropped them. They picked up an AEW show.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, that's money right there. When you lose a market, especially overseas market, WWE is beloved because all they have.
Yeah.
So now they picked up an AEW show. That comes. You don't think they're seeing that with the low ratings? The ratings are the lowest in Raw history. Like, this is terrible.
Man, you actually wish.
See?
Yeah, I hear you. You actually wish death on somebody. That's Jesus Christ, bro.
Listen, I'm staying in my heel mode, bro. I don't give a shit. Listen, he ain't gonna never step down. Yo, Vince gonna be 95 years old and still thinking, let's do this. Let's bring back the gobbledygooker. That's some good shit. It's the truth. The guy won't get in touch with reality. Yo, it is 2020, bro, and we still doing stuff from the freaking 80s and 90s, and he's got to go with the times. No one wants to see this fucking PG era bullshit. We want to see the fucking Attitude Era, and I don't care what you call it. Even the ruthless aggression era. Right now is going to ultimate crap, bro. It's ultimate crap. You put this in my thing. Let's get in depth. We got some time. You in a rush today?
Nah, I'm good.
All right, let's get in depth with something. Let's go back to Brock Lesnar. You put all your stake into Brock Lesnar, right? You got a workhorse like Kofi Kingston who works in the company for 14 years, who doesn't miss dates, who doesn't hurt people, who just does whatever he's told. This is a testament to Kofi Kingston. He is like a 19-time tag team champion, something like that's up high. He's had multiple different partners. CM Punk, Evan Bourne. He's been champion before other people. Okay, I think he's like 11, 12 time, whatever he is. Yeah. And they do that because they don't put you with people if they don't want you to have some kind of shine. They don't match you up to get a tag team title. But that is to me, the tag team title is, hey, let's throw him a bone because he's a good worker. That's why they gave it to Cesaro and Shinsuke. So here's my thing. You got Kofi who is selfless. He's selfless in the ring. He makes everybody look good. He's not a selfish person at all. He has great matches. They're competitive. They're exciting. His Royal Rumbles are iconic. No pun intended. And you take the title from this guy in fucking 5-6 seconds on a guy that doesn't give a shit about your business because he's a draw. He's a draw for who? Who was your draw for? He finished WrestleMania that one year after Roman and throws the title at McMahon. What kind of person would allow their workers to throw something at them and keep them? That's someone who only cares about money and not the talent. All he sees is Brock Lesnar as a dollar sign. And
of course.
Okay, but guess what? Where's Brock Lesnar now?
Oh, Brock gets to do what he wants to do.
Right. Look. And right now they need him. Right now Brock would have to help the ratings right now. If Brock showed up, it would help the ratings. So where is he? And that's my point. They need him now. WWE is in trouble. Regardless of what anybody says, whatever kind of money WWE has, they would not release all these people, put them on furlough. They lost good people because of Brock Lesnar. People are fed the fuck up. How you lose a guy like Heath Slater who jobs for everybody. How do you not push Cesaro? How do you make R-Truth a joke? There are so many wrestlers that have such ability that deserve a title push. Big E better get this singles push when he gets back.
We're gonna talk about Big E later.
Yeah. There's so many people that deserve it, and he puts Brock Lesnar ahead because of his vision. His vision was great in the 80s and the early 90s, and even the Attitude Era, but that wasn't him. That was everybody. Things just clicked at the right time. That was Vince Russo. That was Stone Cold Steve Austin. That was Shawn. That was Triple H. That was The Rock. These were all people that created their self. Nobody created Stone Cold. They brought Stone Cold in as a ringmaster. It failed. They brought Rocky in as Rocky Maivia. It failed. As soon as they took their own persona over is when shit took over. Listen, I love The Undertaker, but you can't lie. When he came in a fucking Judgment Day as American Badass, one of the biggest pops in fucking history when he fucking came out of a motorcycle and kicked the shit out of everybody. Because that was what he wanted to do. Vince wants these characters, and no one wants to see this bullshit anymore. So as long as Vince is in charge, it's going to be the bullshit.
Well, I think we said that for years now. As long as Vince is in charge, we're not getting the product that we want to see.
And we're never going to get it unless he's dead. He ain't going to step down.
Oh, no, he's not going to step down.
Real leadership, when you know that you're faltering, you step down. You say, you know what? I'm out of touch. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put somebody in touch and knows what they're doing. I'll still pull some strings behind the scenes, but let's let somebody who knows what they're doing, let's let them take over. They know Triple H has turned NXT into a juggernaut. NXT, even without fans, I want to watch it. I don't care about Raw or SmackDown. I'd rather watch NXT, and this is going to blow your mind. I'd rather watch NXT and then watch AEW before I watch Raw. Because at least AEW has room to grow and move up. I'm sick of Vince McMahon. I'm sick of him, and he's never going to step down. So I know it sounds morbid. I know it sounds terrible. But guess what? Vince ain't never going to give up until he drops dead. So if it happens, so be it. Bye, Vince. Thank you for your memories.
Now I won't say that I watched AEW before Raw and SmackDown. That's just me.
I will, because it's terrible.
But we got to realize still right now we ain't got Brock. We don't have Roman. We got other superstars catching COVID that's gone, and then they furloughed so many people. So many stars are missing.
Yo, he has the same.
No Charlotte, no Becky.
He has the same mentality as Donald Trump. He should have shut WWE down for a couple of months. They would have lost no money. They would have saved money, believe it or not, because they would have saved money in production. They could have ran all kind of old Raws. They could have run Attitude Era Raws. Everybody would have watched the greatest Attitude Era Raws. Watch stuff with The Rock, Stone Cold. Put the WrestleManias on USA Network. The same way Fox is doing. Fox on Tuesday night, their ratings are up from their backstage show because they show WrestleMania or they show a pay-per-view, SummerSlam. I just happened to turn the channel. I said, what the fuck is AJ doing fighting Cena? What is this? I go, oh shit, SummerSlam. Now I have the network and I still stay to Fox and watch the goddamn match. Because you want good shit.
Exactly. Totally agree with you. But, bruh, if they don't get these stars back on Raw and SmackDown, them ratings gonna stay down.
I think we'll see Roman soon.
SummerSlam or Survivor Series?
Survivor, not SummerSlam. I think that November, I think we're going to see everything go back to normal because I think hopefully this COVID thing will be dying down there because now everybody's serious about it. Now everybody's getting serious now. And I think that I think by November we'll see some fans in this thing in the audience. What I like about what's going on right now, at least they brought back sports. They brought back baseball. Now, there's nobody in the arena, but at least they brought it back. So now you got a template to bring back some fans somehow.
B. Frazier say the star's not missing. He's just not letting people shine. I said this on a show probably a couple weeks ago, B. Frazier, that with these stars not there, other people are getting to shine. Look at Apollo Crews, bro, getting to shine. Look at Humberto, Andre Garza, Almas. All these people getting to shine. Matt Riddle on SmackDown getting a chance to shine.
I like Garza.
Oh, I like Garza too, yes. These people probably wouldn't have got their chance to shine if the big stars were still there.
Right.
You know? So these talent that wasn't getting TV time are getting a chance now. You know, finally.
But then push them. They should push him. He's not even pushing them. Like, yo, right now, you got AJ Styles, arguably the best guy they've had in the last 10 years, wrestling-wise. He's the modern-day Shawn Michaels. If Shawn had been his prime, what a match that would be right there. And you're not putting up guys against AJ that deserve it. Yes, Matt deserves it. Okay, let's get the Cesaros in there. Let's get some of these younger guys in there. Come on.
What you think about what's his name from the Lucha Party? Grand Metalik.
I like Grand Metalik. He's a great wrestler, but the problem is he's so small, and Vince don't like mass wrestlers. The only reason why they're even giving Ray what he wants is because Ray is global. You know?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Grand Metalik is getting a shot at the Intercontinental title next week.
Yeah, but you know he's not gonna win.
Oh, of course not. But can they put on a great match? That's what we want to know.
Of course. AJ, listen, when you got a guy like AJ and you got a guy like Grand Metalik who is just not just a luchador, he can wrestle as well, and he's a high flyer. It's gonna be a great match. You know, AJ 42 years old, looks like he's 30. I don't know what he's drinking, what's in his water, but I want some. Right now he's on top of his game. He's probably at the peak of his career right now, which is crazy. Can you imagine what's going to happen when we get some fans in the stands and they turn him face again? That guy should be the face of the company, man.
AJ at 42, the face of the company, you think so?
Yeah, bro, listen. He ain't going nowhere, number one. Vince, for some reason, Vince loves him. It seems like he says whatever he wants. He speaks his mind, you know, and he doesn't get in trouble. When you seen him get in trouble?
Never got in trouble. Never.
He's been on podcasts. He's been in that. He said Paul Heyman's a fucking liar. Fuck him. He said everything he wanted to say.
Yeah.
He even mentioned Vince. Say, look, Vince is the final word, so Vince could have saved him. Have you seen him get in trouble?
Oh no.
They ain't stupid. Vince is one thing I give Vince. He ain't dumb. You want to lose someone like AJ to AEW, because then the tide turns.
Oh, big time, big time. But you think
Viewership,
AJ is the face of the company over Roman Reigns?
yo, you gotta realize something. You got two titles. You got Universal, and you got the uh the WWE
WWE.
champion.
Yeah.
So whichever brand you put him on, you give him one, give Roman the other. Those two as the flagship guys. When Roman comes back, Roman as one champ, Styles is the other. Come on, bro. Both as faces. Tell you right now.
They both on SmackDown. You got to move one.
You can move. Well, since Heyman's going, you can move fucking AJ back.
You could. Or
I think Roman's better on SmackDown.
you think so?
Yes.
Okay.
I think he helps out. Friday nights better. I think Monday night is too big for Roman because you got the smart fans that come to Monday nights, and you got the nonchalant fans that come to see Friday shows.
Yeah, but I look at AJ as a SmackDown guy, bro. You know, the face that runs the place. I think SmackDown is just perfect for AJ. I liked AJ being on Raw. That's my opinion.
See, to me, the brands don't matter. It doesn't matter to me who's on the brand, as long as they push them the right way. But AJ's on NXT. Imagine that. He's a hit wherever he goes. My only issue is,
Oh, what I know.
what did they do to Finn? What did they do with Finn Balor? What did they do with him?
Finn Balor want to stay with NXT.
Yeah, I don't know if he wants that as NXT as a. He knew that Vince was never going to make him champion, which is fake, you know?
I was sad, exactly.
We still need to see the Fiend versus the Demon, you know?
Oh yeah, we should have saw that, the Fiend versus the Demon. We saw two matches. We saw a regular Finn versus a Demon. We saw a Demon versus a regular Bray Wyatt. Now they should have put those two together some type of way. But anyway, let's move on to the next subject. Drew McIntyre versus Dolph Ziggler for the WWE Championship tomorrow night. This time, Drew McIntyre gets to name the stipulation. I don't care what the stipulation is. Like I said last week about their first one. Drew McIntyre is not losing the championship to Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler can put on the greatest in-ring performance of all time in any of his matches. He can sell the best out of anybody in any of his matches, but Dolph Ziggler will never see a world championship belt ever again in WWE. He can help people get over. That's about it. Drew McIntyre is winning this matchup. Tony, you there?
Probably 100.
Tony? Tony, you there?
Hello?
Yeah, I hear you now.
I'm here.
Go ahead.
Sorry,
Chief.
I'm close to a bad area right now.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, freaking, this is a perfect example of everything I'm talking about. I don't know what their problem is with Dolph Ziggler. The guy deserves a title run, and I'm not trying to say he deserves it more than Drew, because Drew came back, paid his dues, did his time, whatever. But what would be so bad about making Ziggler champ? Like, what would be the problem? Like, I mean, I know it's not going to happen, and I know the stipulation. If that's the case, if they're doing this stipulation where he's going to pick it, and of course Drew's going to win, what's the point of the match? What's the point of the two title matches with the champion? The story.
Tony? Have to get back with Tony when he get to a better area. But back to the Drew versus Dolph match, guys. This is Drew all the way, non-stop. I really don't see Drew losing his belt no time soon, unless they want to start a rivalry with him and Randy Orton. And that's when I see Drew losing the belt. I really think they're gonna give Drew a shot at Mania if we can have fans to really capture his moment, so he can capture his moment. He deserves it. He's putting the work. He's waited a long time, and I think he deserves another shot in main event WrestleMania. But I think if Randy happens to interfere after the match, we're going to see the matchup at SummerSlam, Drew versus Randy Orton, and Vince needs to let those guys be able to do what they want to do, because I think they can put on the best match of the night. Let's see if we got Tony back. Tony, can you hear me? Tony? Still can't hear Tony, so I'm going to go back to what I was saying. I think Drew and Randy will put on the best match at SummerSlam if Vince allows them to do what they can do. Tony, you back, my brother? I hear you.
There we go. Sorry, brother.
You good.
Sorry to all the people watching. I love you all. Like I said, why put Drew and Dolph in this match if Dolph has no chance? What's the whole point of the storyline of wasting 2 months?
Right.
You know, we already know that everybody can beat Dolph Ziggler. Happens, everyone's beat him. He drops everybody.
Yep.
So why put him in if you don't have a shot? That's my thing. Like, there's nobody else that's more worthy if you're not gonna give Dolph a chance. Like, I mean, come on. I don't get it. No one believes that Dolph's gonna win the title except me, because I'm just hoping for something to shock us all. No one believes it. Nobody watching that. Who's gonna watch Raw tomorrow night? Say, yo, Dolph might win.
Oh, see, nobody.
Exactly. So how are you helping the ratings? And that's my point. That's my point with the whole situation with Vince. Why are they booking this match if Dolph Ziggler has zero chance of winning the title?
Yes, indeed. What you think about a SummerSlam matchup that might happen between Randy and Drew?
If that, we already know where this is going, and this is what I called a month ago. Give Randy the title, so when Edge comes back, he wins the Rumble, and we get Randy Edge for the title at WrestleMania. Now, where's that leave Drew McIntyre? Because he never got his WrestleMania moment. I'm sure they still want to give him. I'm pretty sure you're moving to another brand and getting that title. It won't matter, you know, because you can always move you around. Even if it's Brock over on the other side, or if Bray has the title. See, Bray versus Drew intrigues me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Frank says this: if Dolph were to win the title, who would he defend it against?
I mean, that's how you bring Randy into right there. Randy don't give a shit if you're face or heel. He'll kick your head off either way. I mean, see, the problem with the whole giving Randy the title is not no problem with it. How do you do it and still not make Drew look like a punk? Because Drew beat Lesnar. So you can't just go beat Drew so easily. That's why they made him look so invincible against Dolph. I get it, but you know, bro, the whole thing with Brock Lesnar thrown into the mix has thrown everything off. Can you imagine if Brock wasn't there, the different title reigns we'd have? Like, think about no Brock for the past 5 years. What has Brock really done to really toe the company line and to make it seem like, you know, he's helped anything, like he's done anything? Come on, man. Like, Roman losing to WrestleMania 34 was just dumb. It was dumb.
Yeah.
You know?
Curveball.
And then, curveball. Let's throw him a curveball. Why? When you get then you have Seth Rollins stomp him out and beat him. You know what I mean? Like, Seth Rollins weighs 5 pounds soaking wet. You got Roman, who's a beast. How many times did he lose to Brock before he finally won?
A lot.
A lot.
A lot.
It doesn't make sense. Like they made Brock, they made Roman look so weak, but he's the face of your company.
Hey, look, Brandon Fraser just said a great point. Goldberg title reign hurt big time. Hell yeah, they messed that up. They messed that up big time, man. They did not need Goldberg at all. At all. They should have
What
kept
was
the point. I don't know. I wanted the Fiend against Roman at WrestleMania. That was what I wanted. I don't know if Brock Goldberg again except if he got a big paycheck.
Yeah, I wanted Roman to give Goldberg the spear and pin him 1, 2, 3, like just a quick match, beat him, boom, and send his ass on his way. Like, listen, I got no problem against 50-year-old guys because I myself is a 50-year-old guy. But you can't bring a 50-year-old guy in who's out of shape, who can't even do a jackhammer, his signature move, almost break the franchise's neck, and have him as your champion. And then, because of the whole COVID thing, you give the title to to Braun, and what? So you go from bad to worse?
Yeah.
I mean, bro, the whole thing's in the toilet, and this is why I get so upset, bro. Like I've been trying to watch it, like you know what? Let me pay attention. Let me watch. Like I'm just like I want to vomit. Because it's such crap. It's such crap, bro. It's like, really, what do you look forward to seeing other than AJ? Other than, listen, I'd rather watch the tag matches and Sasha and Bailey. That's it.
What I look forward to seeing, to be honest, Sasha and Bailey, AJ,
True.
Almas and Garza.
Okay, tag team, right?
Yeah. Okay. New Day.
Tag team.
I'd rather see the Street Profits do a promo right now, to be honest with you.
Tag team.
Okay. Jeff Hardy.
True.
Jeff Hardy.
I give Sheamus a lot of credit for that. Jeff Hardy and Sheamus have put on a good show. Yeah. Give them credit where credit's due.
Right.
So
I don't mind Seth Rollins' new character, but I will say this though. MVP. Listen, I know you know him personally, and just so you know, I show him more respect when I meet him and when I talk to him and everything. I was never an MVP fan. Never. I wasn't a fan with him versus Matt Hardy. I never was an MVP. I just thought his gimmick was just played out. But I got to give it to him right now with this whole new, faction coming on. And with Ron Simmons giving him a pound, are we going to see the Nation of Domination? Well, they call themselves the Hurt Business. The Hurt Business.
That's just for now, bro. The Hurt Business is fine with me. But, if they put that fist in the air, bro, especially now, could you imagine the heat they get right now if they all came to fucking ring with Black Lives Matter shirt on and put their fists up in the air?
Bro,
yo.
They will get heat like New Jack got heat in, was it Stone Mountain Wrestling? I think
yeah, Stone Mountain. Yeah.
They'll get that type of heat. Oh man! All right.
But it'd be positive heat. Even at this point, negative heat's good because even when something's a shit show like that, you want to watch.
Oh, of course, exactly.
All the races you watch. Oh, look at these N words on the TV with just fists up in the air. Can you imagine?
Bro, it'll be crazy. Let's get into the next one. So, as you know, at Extreme Rules, we saw the New Day lose the belts to Shinsuke and Cesaro.
Another one I was wrong about.
Yeah, you were wrong. Man, Kofi went through 2 tables. Good Lord, bro.
Yeah, poor Kofi.
So, we saw on SmackDown that Kofi is apparently hurt.
Wink, wink.
Yeah. And he's out for, I think he said, 6 weeks. He said 6 weeks. And he sat there and was telling Big E, it's your time. Do what you need to do. And Big E was like, no. I'm going to wait till y'all come back. Kofi's like, no, don't wait 10 years like I did. Go out there and get yours now. So, evidently, we're about to see a Big E singles title run which we've been waiting for the longest. Okay,
At least 7 years.
yes, correct me if I'm wrong, but I know Big E is a former Intercontinental Champion.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. Will we see Big E get pushed for a Universal Championship run?
If they're smart. So here's where the dilemma is because Bray Wyatt's so over.
Mm-hmm.
But if you keep the belt on Braun and you turn Braun heel and put him back with Bray, perfect time to push Big E and have Big E take the strap. I mean, that's what I would do right now. Because let me tell you something. If Kofi is her office work, wherever it is, they got a plan. There's a plan. Because Xavier's cleared.
He is?
Xavier's cleared.
Okay.
So, you figure they don't want to waste them right now. They took the titles off him, give Kofi his rest, give Xavier a little more time to get in ring shape, get that Achilles strong and everything, right?
Uh-huh.
And then you bring back Xavier and Kofi to get the titles back, and you push Big E for the Universal, bro. And you run with that shit a while too. I can see it happening. What I can really see happening is you got on SmackDown the New Day have all the titles, again, and on Raw the Hurt Business have all the titles, bro. Listen, one thing I give Triple H is Triple H don't seem like he seems like he's equal opportunity to me. You know, unlike Vince, who, you know, other than The Rock, he'll kiss a Rock's ass when nobody else is. But I see if Triple H has a little bit of insight, a little bit of say, because he's big on Big E. He always was.
Yeah.
Big E got a shot. But to me, if you turn Braun, it's perfect because no one believes Braun is champion. No one wants him as champion.
Right. Correct.
And as heel, he would be doing his job as a bad guy champion. You hate him because you hate him anyway. Nobody's like, oh my God, Braun Strowman, it's so great to see. It'd be awesome to have him as a heel champion because he could really shine as a heel. And then you could have Big E chase him.
Yeah, true. Very true. I was sitting there thinking, who can you put Big E up against for the Universal Championship? I just couldn't see it. But I do like your idea. But I'm going to go ahead and agree with Tro. They're going to set up something between AJ and Big E. I wish they let Big E get a chance at the Universal Championship. That's what we all would want. Trust me, we all want that. I just don't see it happening unless what you said comes to fruition. That's it. But I think AJ and Big E can have a feud that can last for 3-4 months. That's just my opinion. I don't know what you think about it, but AJ
and him. Go ahead. AJ and him would be a great feud. It's just that is it a step up for Big E to win the IC title?
Yeah.
You know what you mean?
Yep.
They're close.
I mean, bro, who was the first NXT champion?
The first NXT champion?
Yeah.
Seth Rollins and Big E was second.
Big E was second. Correct. Yeah, I would love to see Big E get the Universal Championship. He deserves it. The whole New Day have done the right thing in the company. They don't complain about much. You know, they even save their own careers by getting together, forming their tag, their stable, you know, to save their careers. And they're still one of the hottest groups in the wrestling business. Merchandise sales like crazy. Bruh, I would award Big E with a shot at as being the Universal Champion. Some type of way. Make it happen.
Somewhere down the road.
The Royal Rumble.
That'd be crazy too. I mean, that could happen. That'd be even big because you really don't need, because you know Edge don't have to win the Rumble to fight Randy.
Correct.
You're right about that. Giving Big E that push to be able to win the Rumble, that would be nice. That'd be a nice little feather in his cap too. Uh-huh. You know, it's so tough because so many people deserve a push, and just aren't going to get it because of the landscape of how everything is run. You know,
Yeah, exactly.
so many people and so many board members have too much to say about. Damn, they closed.
Well, it's politics everywhere, my brother. You know that. Everywhere.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this right quick. Let's talk about this. Aleister Black was one of the hottest NXT superstars ever since he made his debut at NXT Takeover Orlando. All right, you was there, I was there. We all were impressed, and he became NXT champion and all that good stuff. And now he's on Raw, and we only see him coming out helping Rey Mysterio, and then he wrestled Seth this past Monday. Another chance to get this guy over, and he loses. Do you think Aleister Black is buried on the Raw roster?
Well, I call this the NXT aftershock syndrome. It seems like everybody that comes up from NXT that was hot, this McMahon finds a way to bury him because he didn't create them. Now I know you just caught this saying, "Oh well, he did create him because it's his company." No, that's Triple H's vision. The Performance Center is all Triple H's vision, and no one thought the Performance Center was going to last. When people first started, like, look at this big thing, like how do you even get people in this? Like, people are shocked this thing even still works. Yeah. This is all Triple H's vision. You know, we can go down the line of people from NXT that deserve a push and haven't got it. You know, let's go. Bo Dallas, who they screwed. You know, and Bo Dallas is a great talent. I'm not saying he can be Universal or WWE champion, but the guy deserves a run. Curtis Axel, aka Joe Hennig. Look what they did to him. He's now gone. Bobby Roode, who is just lost in the shuffle.
Yeah.
My man Sean Spears, aka Todd Millinger, 10. You know, the list goes on and on. How they messed up people that came from NXT. Emma. It seems like they've done better with the women, believe it or not, than they did with the men. You know?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Who else came from NXT that's floundering right now?
No Way Jose was one of them.
Yeah. And Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is another one who they pushed, and now they seem to give it up on. He wants to go back to NXT. You know, it just seems like Vince doesn't care about the NXT. How do you build a farm system, which is what they are technically?
Yeah.
And they're your guys, and then you bring them up and then bury them. You know? Oh, the Revival.
Boom. Yep.
You know? The Revival. What's the freaking who? Yeah, Bizongo. You know? Tyler Breeze has never got what he deserved. And he carried NXT in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
What's the other tag team that didn't make it? They pushed so big.
Who?
Tag team champions. The guys, the fake.
Yeah. I'm thinking of their names. I see it right now.
The fake demolition guys, whatever. Huh? The Ascension. The Ascension. Right. You know? And even at this point right now, freaking the Viking Raiders, they were killing NXT, and now they're lost in the shuffle here. Like, I don't know, man. It seems like I don't get why you have NXT to build these guys and then do nothing with them. The whole point is to bring up the young stars and fade the older stars to the background, you know? But nobody wants to give this spot. You know, nothing against Big Show. Big Show's 48 years old. Mm-hmm. What was the point? What's the point of him versus Randy Orton? Everybody knows Big Show is not beating Randy.
Oh, yeah. We all knew that.
No one believed that shit. And I love Big Show, don't get me wrong. But put Big Show in things as an enforcer, like just to knock suckers out, you know, help other people. You're not going to ever believe him as champion again. Come on.
Bruh, it's like Trohan just said he's on TV every week. Trohan, I understand he's on TV. That's good. I'm glad he's getting some TV time. But we talking about a push. Like Kofi and Big E conversation, it got us talking about, man, Big E gonna get that push. We don't even have a conversation about Aleister Black at all getting a push, man. That's what we talking about. There's no conversation about Aleister Black getting a push. The guy is very, very talented. Okay? Can he get some type of
a talented big man?
Yeah.
A talented big man.
Almost got a push. Intercontinental champion. Now he's in a tag team with Garza. You know, he's got his. Black hasn't gotten that yet. That's what we're talking about. And he's been on the roster for about a year now, Tony? About a year, huh? Maybe over a year.
Yeah. Over a year.
Over a year. So that's what we're saying. How are the Viking Raiders lost in the shuffle? Did you say Viking Raiders?
Yeah. Listen, if they're not in the mix for the tag team titles, it's a dishonor to them because they're that dominant. They shouldn't be losing matches. I get that Street Profits beat them. Don't get me wrong, I like Street Profits, but these guys should still be, hunting the tag team titles. But yeah, what about Ricochet? Ricochet's another one.
Ricochet
who they destroyed.
And Cedric Alexander.
Who they have destroyed.
It's horrible. Ain't no way you can't tell me Ricochet should be competing for Intercontinental Championships, U.S. Championships. Come on, man. Are you serious?
Yo, if that's the case, bring back the European title. Bring another title back. Do something.
You realize when they signed Ricochet, that might have been top 5 hottest free agent they ever signed.
I think that was maybe top 3 of all time
3?
Because it was a shock, bro, to get him. And listen, the day he came in was nothing but hype. And that match he had, the ladder match he was in, bro, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Yes.
He sold everything, bro.
Everything. Man.
I don't know.
Like I said, I want to see the younger talent get their chance to shine. Some of them are on TV right now, but some of them need pushes. Some of them need a push. And they killed Ricochet. When they put him up against Brock Lesnar, and Ricochet couldn't have one offensive move. Just like Kofi couldn't have an offensive move. But you let Finn Balor, Daniel Bryan, and freaking AJ Styles had this great match with Brock Lesnar, but Ricochet and Kofi can't even have a match worthwhile.
Well, look at the skin color. Think about it. He squashed both black guys.
Yeah.
And maybe that's partial Vince and partial Brock too. Who is Brock ever? Think about what black wrestler has Brock ever put over? Name one. You can't. You can't name him.
You never had.
Because the Rock
that's still more on Vince though. That's more on Vince.
Nah, but that's Vince doesn't. But yeah, not when it comes to Brock though. Brock seems like he pulled. Listen, think about this. You think that Randy Orton, and I know he's up there with respect, whatever, in the locker room. You think he could throw the Universal title at Vince and get away with that shit?
Oh, no, indeed not.
Only Brock could get away with that, bro. Yep. And that's my point. Why when Brock came in, The Rock made him look like a hero. Rocky put him over like you wouldn't believe.
Yes.
What person of color has Brock Lesnar put over? Tell me. You can't, because there's not one. And that's the thing, man. I hate to say this shit, but it's systemic with the color, man, when it comes to wrestling. Black people got to excel so much more than the white wrestlers. I'm sorry to say it's true. You might disagree with me, so don't bring color in this shit. Color's a factor. Because don't tell me Big E doesn't deserve a title. Don't tell me that Ricochet doesn't deserve a big push. These guys deserve pushes, man. Don't tell me Kofi's push, his title push, was deserving, that he deserved to go out like that. Come on, man.
Right. Exactly.
That's facts. That's real. That's facts. And everybody's entitled to their opinion. I know people watching, oh my God, can't believe he's bringing color into this shit. Well, colors, I think about color with everything. And when I watch a wrestler on TV who's like me, who looks like me, get jobbed out and made to be a fool of, it pisses me off. R-Truth has great wrestling ability. He's just a comedy actor. Don't get me wrong. You can have comedy, but let's take him seriously too, and give the guy a push too. 24/7 title ain't a real title. We know that. You know, that's a joke title. You know,
Yep.
you tell me Ron the Truth Killings don't deserve a decent push. Come on, man. The guy's
Yep.
great. Run circle around the young boys.
Big time. Big time. Let's get to NXT for a second, right quick, my man.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. So as we saw, there will be a 5-way ladder match at NXT Takeover 30 for the North American Championship. So obviously, Keith Lee had to drop that belt.
Which we said, of
So,
course, would happen.
exactly. So now we saw Karrion Kross. Oh, hold on. Our boy Frank just said this. Ricochet losing to Brock didn't ruin him. It was the squash to Riddick Moss for the 24/7 title the next night on Raw. Losing to a virtual nobody, the slap to Ricochet's face. I agree with you. I agree with you somewhat. But I think it started with Brock night before. All right? Because after he lost to Brock, we heard all the rumblings how Vince McMahon doesn't trust Ricochet. He lost all faith in Ricochet. We heard all that before that match with Riddick Moss. And yes, with Riddick Moss, that pissed me off too. No lie. That shouldn't have happened. But yeah, I think with Ricochet, we knew Ricochet was not going to beat Brock. But not giving Ricochet any type of offense. But you gave it to Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles. But he can't have any type of offense.
And you're telling me that Ricochet won't have a competitive match with Daniel Bryan or AJ? They're all equal in talent. All three of them are equally
the
talented.
AJ were phenomenal. They were phenomenal.
Yeah. Listen, all I'm saying is this. Is you got a guy like Ricochet, he's a little on the small side, and I get it. And, of course, Brock's going to beat him. We all know that. But not to give him an offensive move, like to make it even look like a competitive match. Like, what's the point of putting someone in a match like that? Like,
Yep.
Brock Lesnar traveled all that way to get a freaking $2 million paycheck to beat Ricochet in 8 seconds. Like, what? How do you do that to a guy like Ricochet who is paid his dues on the independent scene? Like, what does that do for you? It makes no sense. You know, like Kofi, how do you do that on national TV on the premiere show? You try and draw in viewers, and you have the premiere show of SmackDown on Friday nights on Fox, and you have an African American guy get beat in 7 seconds. Now, as a black person, I'm like, I'm not watching this shit. Just being honest, it's the truth. It's like, yo, people gotta realize something. And this I know people want to hear this shit, but yo, when you in professional anything, a black person got to fight 2 times as hard to get half the way. And if you notice that, look at all the black wrestlers in WWE who's still fighting to get on top.
That's correct.
It's the truth.
Yep.
And this goes for the Hispanic wrestlers as well.
Yes.
Why everything with Hispanic wrestlers got to be a fucking gimmick?
Japanese wrestlers, all of them.
Yeah. Come on, man. It's true. Think about what they've done to Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah.
The guy was unbeatable everywhere.
Correct.
And now he's a jobber sometimes. Like he's one of the most popular wrestlers in the company, and you turn him as a heel. He doesn't even work as a heel in America. It doesn't work. Now, Shinsuke's been heel before in Japan, but it doesn't work. His fucking theme music alone, it makes no sense.
So, get back to NXT where we were. We saw Karrion Kross destroy Dominic Dijakovic. With Keith Lee at ringside. It's setting up for this matchup. Do you still believe Keith Lee will lose the NXT Championship to Karrion Kross at NXT TakeOver 30 next month?
I think next month is too early. But I see them setting it up so that Keith Lee will be brought up by Survivor Series or maybe by the Rumble. maybe they'll give it. They'll have a feud. If they have a long feud with these two, which would be awesome. Like maybe they have some kind of mix up with his manager where she cost him the match,
Scarlett.
and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Scarlett Wade, she cost him the match somehow, or maybe disqualifications, anything to prolong the feud. But Karrion Cross is getting that title before the end of 2020.
It's inevitable. I think everybody sees it. He's brought in and he took out NXT's one of the faces of NXT, Tommaso Ciampa. He took him out with ease. It's inevitable. He's going to be champion. I'm going to agree with you. I think at Takeover 30, Keith Lee does not lose the belt, but the Takeover before Survivor Series is when Karrion Cross will become champion, and Keith Lee then gets called up. I agree with you.
Yeah, they need to bring Keith Lee up, especially what's going on now. I mean, you got to put him in the title hunt right away. Get him in there with Roman. Get him with the big guys right off the bat. You know, um, I think he's done all he can do in NXT. There's no peak for him now. Who's there other than Karrion Cross to actually go against?
For him, right now, nobody.
Right.
There's nobody. Yeah.
Karrion's gonna get that title, and I don't know if he deserves it that quick, but he's over. So
Yeah. Big time.
you gotta strike the iron while it's hot.
That's right. Totally agree. Totally agree.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
be muted. I'm gonna be muted for 1 second while you talk. Just go ahead. I'm still listening.
You go ahead. I can do this. So, everybody, is the dream hurt? Is the dream hurt? No, the dream is not hurt. He's going through that allegation right now, the speak out movement, with Dream supposedly sending naked pictures of himself to underage kids. So Dream is off TV as of right now. And we talked about it before here, Frank, in regards to the Dream. We all felt that the Dream should have been NXT champion. That didn't happen. I think the Dream would be NXT champion now if these allegations of never came out against him. I think he'd be the champion now because Dream been there long enough, and he would deserve it, Brian. He would. The Dream as NXT champion, he would. Totally. But I think with these allegations, that's why we saw him lose to Adam Cole twice with that happening. But yeah, Dream should have been NXT champion. It's not going to happen. So now, if the Dream can get free from these allegations, the best thing to do with the Dream is to move him up to Raw, SmackDown. His days and his time at NXT are over with. There's no need to even keep him there no more. Unless you put him in a feud with Karrion or Keith Lee, and he loses again, and you move him up. That's about it, but there's no need for the Dream to do NXT anymore, since he didn't win the NXT.
Yo. Hello? Are we still on? What happened? Are we still live?
I can't hear you. Try to come back. Can't hear Tony. Can't hear Tony. I'm upside down. Yeah, I see it on my phone. I see it on my phone. I'm gonna stay upside down because we got one thing to talk about. One more thing. That's it. And the show over with. I still can't hear Tony. Still can't. Catch you later, bro. Catch you later. I'm gonna finish this off. I'm gonna finish it off upside down because I don't know what the hell happened. I really don't know. All of a sudden, the screen went black, and it came back, and then I didn't see myself. I don't know what happened. Well, let me finish this right quick. Let me finish this right quick, y'all. All right. So, talk about Chris Jericho. This is the last thing. Talk about Chris Jericho, all right? And if y'all got any questions about it or comment about it, leave a comment. But do you think Chris Jericho is better as a heel or a face? And I'm going to tell you, I always like Chris Jericho more as a heel. Okay? He can play both roles, face or heel. But Chris Jericho as a heel to me, man, it's almost none better. All right? The guy can get people to hate him. He finally has his own group. Him as a heel with Kevin Owens was gold. When he came out and interrupted The Rock on Monday Night Raw was gold. The guy as a heel is awesome. Now, as a face, he's good too, don't get me wrong. But more as a heel, Chris Jericho is that dude. Hands down. All right? Now, when it comes to greatest heel of all time, that's Ric Flair. It's Ric Flair, everybody. You cannot say there's another more hated heel ever than Ric Flair. Plain and simple. I mean, wait, Hollywood Hogan? Nah. I mean, there were still people that loved Hollywood Hogan after the greatest heel turn in history. Might cut off. Man, we hope not, my brother. We hope not. I think we good. I'm just upside down. Don't know even how that happened. On my phone, I'm upside down. On here, I'm not upside down. I don't even know how that happened. But anyway, Ric Flair, greatest heel of all time, hands down. You could probably say Hollywood Hogan second, maybe. Okay? But funny, Trohan. Fade to black. That's funny. Oh, man, that's a good one. That's a good one. But, yeah, Chris Jericho, to me, better as a heel. Man, probably top 10 of all time. And the guy is almost 50, and look what he's doing. Look what he's doing. That's the most important signing AEW made, was getting Chris Jericho. Not John Moxley, not Young Bucks. It is Chris Jericho. They knew they needed a big worldwide name to draw in an audience. And bringing in Chris Jericho as a heel was great. Yes, B. Frazier, I'm upside down on Facebook Live. Yes, I am. I see it on my phone. But here, I'm not. On YouTube, I don't know. Okay? That's all I'm saying. But Chris Jericho was the last thing to talk about on this show in regards to him being a better heel or a better face. And to me, I think Chris Jericho as a heel is better than Chris Jericho as a face. Now, with that being said, for my boy, Tantalizing 2011, I'm the guy that's upside down right now for some reason as y'all looking at it. JV, Mr. Steal Your Dibs. I will catch y'all later on another time, which will be next Sunday, y'all. Till then, peace.